Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Good day to you, anywhere you're listening. I'm Yemi Oladeye. I'm a global financial market analyst and head of education at Invest Africa. And this session is powered by InvestLow, your gateway to trading. I welcome you to a wonderful edition of this weekly market outlook, where we see what the markets will likely do in the course of the week. Starting from the beginning of the day for the trading week, which is a Monday, which is 28th of October 2024, down to 1st of November 2024. We're going to check the news coming up for these days, or we're checking the fundamental outlook across all the currency pairs. And of course, we move straight to the technical outlook. And welcome to a wonderful week edition. I hope this week is also a profitable one for every one of you. All right, on Monday, 28th of October, we'll have the Canadian dollar coming up 6:30 p.m. Nigerian time, which is the BOC Governor Macklin that is going to speak. That may likely move the Canadian dollars. Then we check on the Tuesday with the 29th of October, 3 p.m. we have USD news coming out. And all of these news coming up this week, they are said to be just the high impact news, which is the red folder, the CB consumer confidence, the just job opening, and that is on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have AUD coming up 1:30 a.m. Nigerian time, and Euro will be all through the day, and US dollar will be 1:15 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. consecutively in the market. And we are expecting this to be the ADP non-farm employment change for US dollar. It's going to be quite an amazing day with lots of fundamentals, so we have to trade very cautiously on these days. On Thursday, we have the 2:30 a.m. Chinese yuan manufacturing PMI. We have the JPY coming up tentatively, which is the BOJ policy rate, monetary policy statement. We have the Canadian dollar coming up 1:30 p.m., USD coming out the same time respectively as GDP monthly to monthly on the Canadian dollars, and core PCE price index monthly by monthly by US dollar, employment cost index quarterly, and unemployment claims also coming up. That's 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time on Thursday for US dollar. And on Friday, which is the last trading day of the week, we have the Swiss franc coming up on this Friday, 8:30 a.m. Nigerian time, which is the CPI for the month, and we're going to see how this is going to impact the market. And most importantly, the US dollar, the longer awaiting non-farm payroll, is coming 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time on this Friday, November 1st, and this will likely move the market in any of these directions, either buying or selling. And however, traders, you know what to do on technical outlook. We're going to trade in direction of the fundamentals. That's all we have on the fundamental outlook for the week. And let's go straight to what we have on the technical outlook, and let's see the opportunities that lives there in. Starting from the DXY, which will determine what to do with the currency pairs that have to involve US dollar for the week. Starting with that on the monthly time frame, the DXY seems to be a very bullish candlestick for the month of October. And with this outlook, it seems more like DXY is coming to a place like this. I'm coming to place like a price level like this at 105.619, more like where the DXY is heading on the monthly time frame. Let's check what we have on the weekly. On the weekly time frame, this looks a little bit much, and the earliest we can look for is a place like this, which is at 103.966. And let's check that on the DXY side. We are going to be checking a bullish movement on that. What this price is left here undone is what we expect the market to do anytime liquidity is cleared above these price levels. But then on the weekly outlook, it seems that the market will likely, the DXY will likely go here, and from there before it starts selling. This is the outlook on the DXY for the weekly time frame. Let's check the daily. Let's see what we have there. On the daily time frame, the information remains the same. Basically, if you're going to ask me, I'll say this, I'll be expecting DXY to sell from this price level. In this price range is where I'll be expecting DXY to start dropping from. So this is the outlook for my own end on DXY for daily time frame. And on 4 hours, I will expect that to go in accordance with what I've seen on the daily, which is here. All right, so I'll be expecting the DXY to still be bearish after the momentum above that price level, after the liquidity has been grabbed. So the momentum right there is still very much for a bullish movement right now. And what I want to see now is how this DXY, how the price will come back to this price level before it goes ahead to clear this high. This is what I'll be expecting on the EURUSD. EURUSD, I was anticipating a buy since last week. I think that was on Thursday. And the market actually did that, but the market went back into that price range on Friday. Okay, so with this outlook on for us, let's start from the monthly. On the monthly time frame, we can see that Euro US dollar has been on a bearish movement for this month. excuse me. And this month is very powerful for this currency pair. As you can see right here, it's looking more like EURUSD is headed to a lower price level, which is around this price range as 1.0593. And let's check further what we can see on the lower time frame on weekly. Weekly seems more like that as well, that EURUSD is targeting a lower price range like this to grab liquidity before it keeps up with a buy. For the past 4 weeks, it's been selling consecutively in the market, and this still looks more a very, very strong bearish momentum in this market. But I action for a buy on this price level for this week, and that is how many pips away from the current market price. That's about 130 pips away from the current market price. So when price gets here on weekly time frame, I'm still going to check what we can find out here in case the market would start to give us a bullish signal from there. On the daily time frame on EUR/USD, we're seeing that on this previous price level, it has been taken out, and the market took out that potential bullish momentum right there on Thursday. And on Friday, the price came back into that same price range. And with this, it seems more like the XY is going bullish. And if the XY will go bullish, then EURUSD will go bearish. And if that should happen, that means we expect the EUR/USD to come to a price level like this at 1.0677 before we can find a buy opportunity. So this is the outlook on EUR/USD, and let's see the 4-hour time frame. Let's see what that could offer us. The last 4 hours for the last week, which was 8 hours altogether, was seen to be a bearish momentum. And with that outlook, I can only wait for the market to come to a price level like this before the sell will continue. I can wait for the market to open and find an opportunity to sell right from this price level at 1.0819. And my stop loss will only be above this price level in case the bullish party is about to start. So this is the outlook of 4 hours on EUR/USD. And let's see what opportunity we have on GBPUSD, AUDUSD as we move on. All right, on the GBPUSD starting from the monthly time frame, let's see what we can find as an opportunity in that market. On the monthly time frame, this also has seemed to be a very bearish momentum, which has covered the entire last month's candle and covered more than 50% of the August candle as well. And what's showing is a bearish momentum, which is very, very strong at this time. And more like that, it's more like it's going to sell more in the market, because right there is the next low the market will be targeting. And this particularly is about how many pips to the current market price. This is about 260 something to the current market price. So what are we going to do? We're going to a lower time frame to further see clarity in how we should expect this market movement. So on the weekly time frame for the past 4 weeks, a powerful one. And ideally, we can wait for the market to give a more buy signal, from a lower price level. So we can wait at a price level like this to see that happening. So essentially, the price level like this will not be bad. I can wait for the market to come to a price level like this, which is about how many pips, which is about 200 pips on average, or 250 pips on average to this price level before I will be seeking a buy in this market, because this has been a very strong sell momentum over the past 4 weeks. That is 1 month exactly. And with this, it means the market is still more of a bearish direction. On the daily time frame, let's see what outlook we have. You see the market has been creating series of lower lows and lower highs right there. And with this information, this is a trend line liquidity being built around this price level, only to tell us that the market is coming to a price range like this to grab liquidity for accumulation. Okay, so basically, we are looking at how the market will find its way down into this price level before we can look for a more reasonable buy. Though, on a lower time frame, we may see a better opportunity or an earlier opportunity for either a buy or a sell, but strongly we're looking for a sell for now before we buy at a discounted price level of about 1.2713. Okay, let's go to the lower time frame, the daily time, the 4-hour time frame. This is a 4-hour time frame of GBPUSD. Can you see this has built some liquidity within a trend line over the time, and this has been creating a series of lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. For those that are just into forex markets, they believe that once this happens with trendline strategy, it's coming just right there. Okay, and that is not wrong. That is not bad. What I'm saying is, currently with this strong bearish momentum, it seems more like we're going to expect that to happen. So with the current markets that we're looking at, if the candlestick open now, if the market open now, and the next candlestick is opening at this price level, it will now start selling again to the next trend line level, like a price like this as 1.2971 is what we're expecting the market to buy to before it starts another series of sell, because this is already trapped in a trendline liquidity. And with that outlook, it seems more like this is supporting what we've seen on the higher time frame, and we expect more sell in that market. Let's check out what we have on AUDUSD monthly time frame. This has also been a bearish candle for the month of October, and this bearish candle has has enveloped completely. It has engulfed the month of September and more than 70% of the month of August. And this incredibly has closed with just almost zero lower week, and that means the bearish momentum here is very, very strong, and we can expect more of this movement in this time to come in this week. This is the next lower level price level, which is a discounted price range at 0.6363, where market may likely come to, which is about 240 pips on average to the current market price, and market can deliver this in a week, of course. But then there is more to that market right there, but this is on monthly time frame. Let's further see what we can have on the lower time frame. Ideally, this remains the bearish on the monthly, and on weekly. For the past 4 weeks, this has also been selling consecutively, just like the EURUSD and the GBPUSD US dollar. And with what you've seen here, with this liquidity that was grabbed before now, if you remember this time when liquidity was grabbed to break below this price level and got to this price range, it was about how many pips in total? More than 590 pips in total. And currently, the markets will seek that same liquidity to a price range like this, with what we are seeing on the technical outlook. So on the bearish, on the weekly time frame, it remains bearish movement for AUD US dollar. And what you can see again is, for some times now, you've seen a bearish momentum on this daily time frame, and each time you see a bullish candle, it's just minor bullish movement. Just after the series of like 7-8 bearish candles, you see just minor 2 bullish candles in this direction, and the bearish movement continues. That tells you that the bearish momentum is just too much in this market, and the bulls are not in the place to negotiate for a bullish run right now. And we've seen a lot of that on the DXY already. So what does that mean? This is on daily time frame. Bearish candle on Friday, which is the closing day for the last week, means that we can be expecting more bearish momentum in this week for this currency pair. But let's check the 4-hour time frame and see if there will be an opportunity for intraday traders for them to see something to trade in the market. For those that trade very well what the pattern is, already you see this is more or less like head and shoulder pattern. I think I mentioned this in the last outlook, head and shoulder pattern, right? Just that it's more like the uncommon one, the one that is not in the textbooks. Okay, so what is the catch for this 4-hour time frame? With this outlook, if the candlestick open again, we can be expecting the market eat it before it starts selling. Because if you check this, you will see that the market, of course, has been on a bearish ride as well. And with this trend and liquidity that has been built within this price range, it can only mean that we expect the market to find a way to a premium price level to grab some liquidity and sell from there. So which means there's still much sell opportunity that is embedded in this particular currency pair. So a price level like 0.6348 right here. So there's still much more that the market can do, which is about 220 pips to the downside, on average of 240. Okay, that is on AUD US dollar. Let's see what we can still have here on. Okay, this is USDCAD. Let's check USDCAD out. USDCAD monthly. Let's see what we can do with that. A monthly time frame for USDCAD, it's been ranging for the past 4, 6, 7, close to how many months now? Since 2022 till now, it's been ranging within a price range of 1.3966 and 1.3078, and that has been since November 2022 till now, October 2024. That's about 24 months ago. That's 2 years on average. So let's see. This is a very strong bullish momentum for the month of October on USDCAD. This is looking like it's going to still break the previous resistance level before we can consider any sell opportunity here. So which means we can be expecting more bullish movement into this price range, which is more than 70 pips to the current high, also the recent high on that part. And let's see the weekly. Let's see what we have. USDCAD weekly time frame. For the past 4 weeks, it's been buying, just the opposite of the EURUSD, as you can see. It means the correlation is negatively correlated. And when you're buying EURUSD, you should be selling USDCAD. This is just the inverse case right here. And that means with this outlook that you've seen, liquidity has been grabbed here, a potential support level as manifested. And then we see how the market is going in the upward direction with strong momentum. What we can expect here is that the markets will likely come to this price level and break through it. And most likely, it may even get to a price level like this. To this price level here as 1.3976, the USDCAD can likely come here. Okay, may likely come here. This should be about 80 pips, which I believe is too small for what the market can do. The market may likely come to take away this high before we can expect a sell in that market. And when you see this is a weekly time frame. Let's further go to the lower time frame, like the daily, to have more opportunities in this market. So for the past few days, it's been buying, and what we can see here is if the market is opening with a candle without a gap down, and we see this movement here, we can expect USDCAD to do a bit of retracement to price level like this to continue its buying, just like that. yes, to a price level like this, depending on where the candle is opening for, but within the price range of 1.3876, we can be expecting a buy movement on the USDCAD daily time frame. So this is it here. And let's check the 4 hour time frame. Let's see what that means. On the 4 hours, it's more like we should be expecting a bit of retracement into the same price range on USDCAD. As you can see, this is a completed W formation right there. And what is next? Is this selling to complete the whole liquidity pool just below this price level, or we can expect it to break the previous high price range and give us more bearish signal before it now starts selling? So this is the outlook we'll be expecting for this week on USDCAD, starting from the monthly time frame through the weekly, daily, and 4 hour intraday opportunities. Let's check the good, which is the chairman of everyone else. I think that guy has been on a mission, and for the past how many months now? For the past 7-8 months now, he's been on a bullish ride. And somehow something is telling me that this guy is coming to 3,000 limit before we understand what's going on. But then all we can see now is the market is on a very massive bullish momentum. And currently, last week, it broke its own high, break its own record, and set a new ATH, which is the all-time high at 2758.02. And currently, it closed at 2747.69 for the last week of trading. And we are expecting it to start again in this strong bullish momentum on the monthly time frame. Let's further see the weekly. The weekly right here, the worst thing about gold right now is you cannot find a reference point to expect where it might likely return. And that makes it a very massive bullish currency pair to trade right now, which is the spot metal, of course. And then we can expect more bullish momentum on the weekly time frame right here. And on the daily, we can see that the market has actually found its way to balance what it has done from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to be within just a ranging context right here. And with this information, therefore, it means that we can be expecting more bullish momentum on gold for this week. Last week, Friday, happens to be a bearish candle for it, and only to get to a price level like 2716.97, it started buying off, and it bought more than how many pips? Let me check that. It bought about 300 pips and more. So this week we're expecting the same bullish momentum on gold US dollar. And for our time frame, let's further see what that means. This looks like a W has just been completed. With those that understand the pattern trading, you will identify a level like this where the market has returned to, and ending more or less like a hammer on this price level. You can be expecting more bullish momentum to break this previous high at 2758.41. This is where you can be expecting gold to get to and surpass in this next week. So what am I saying in essence? If you want to look for a sell opportunity on gold, it's not very, very advisable for you to do that on higher time frame. You can go to 5 minutes, 15 minutes maximum, where you can anticipate a brief retracement on gold before you jump into a sell, so to say. So if you are selling, just try to get to a lower time frame to analyze where you think it might get to. Like this is only something very small that you can afford to lose. This is about 29 to 30 pips. So if the market comes to a price level like this, you may take advantage. You may buy from here. So I'm not going to be selling gold and sleep on it right now because it's actually a bullish momentum right here. So all I can do is to wait for gold to come to a price level like this at 2745.10 before I can take a buy and expect it to get to the 2758. That is the all-time high. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. This is where I'll be stopping for this week. I wish you all the best in your trading, and I want you to throw proper risk management, understand what your risk is. Don't throw what you can afford to lose. It's quite hard, but it is very, very important. So I will see you again next week by God's grace, and do enjoy the week. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. Have a fulfilling week and a profitable week at the same time. Bye for now.